Hopefully I'm not going to pee in your panty.
I'm holding this, mommy. I'm keeping my legs together.
What do you want? Yeah, you're being quiet. What do you want? Yes. What chips? Plain chips. Yeah, it's the plain chips. You can only have a biscuit if you want. We don't. There are no chips.
But Mom has plain chips.
Oh, those crisp. Go grab. Go get. You can have them.
Yay!
Close the door, please. Hi. Hi, everyone. Today we are going to be doing something very, very small. Something beginner friendly. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hi, guys. Welcome back to my live. If you are new here, my name is Lorraine, and today we are making a super beginner friendly crochet bucket hat. We are doing a bucket hat today in different colors. I'm going to be using all these colors. So if you have any of these at home, let's say you've been working on a project and you have leftover yarn, that is what we are going to be using today to make a bucket hat. So this is going to be slow, this is going to be detailed, and this is for absolute beginners. So if you have never held a hook before, you are safe here. So before we start, comment where you're watching me from. I want to see US or India or Turkey or South Africa, and tell me, are you a beginner or are you not a beginner, or are you a pro? Stuff like that. So okay, so let's talk about what we need to make this this hat. Please close the door. Don't stress if you don't have the exact same thing as me. Crochet is flexible, so but obviously you need a hook. So I'm going to use this hook here. This is a 4mm hook, and you need a stitch marker. Let me show you a stitch marker. You will need a stitch marker. Okay, just use this one. It's very, very important if you're a beginner that you have 2 stitch markers, right? So that when you're hi GGOF M33, how are you doing? So it's important that as a beginner you have at least 2 markers. Like I said, it doesn't have to be the same markers. It isn't, you don't have to buy this. You can just get yourself another, let's say you are using different colors and there's no another color, like in this case there's no black. You can just use a black thread to mark your beginning and end of the row. So let's put this aside. So you're going to need this, and we are going to need stitch markers. No, Alicia. And we are going to need a pair of scissors to cut your yarn. Let me just see if I can grab my scissors here. Okay, so you need a pair of scissors, and obviously you will need your needle to weave in all your ends later, right? Just get one. So you will need a yarn needle to weave in all your ends later. Hi, how are you doing? Hi everybody. Hi, thank you for joining me today. So today, for those who are joining in, we are going to make a bucket hat. You go, please. Ay, ay, ay. So we are going to start so like I said, I'm going to be using a 4mm hook, and if you crochet tight, use a bigger hook, like a size hook size down a little bit. Let's say this is this is a 4mm. So if you crochet tight, use a 4.5. That's what I mean. And if you crochet too loose, use a smaller hook. There is no right or wrong, just do what's comfortable for you. And this is acrylic yarn I'm going to be using, and you can use cotton, you can use any medium weight yarn, but just use very thin yarn. But don't use very thin yarn, sorry. Don't use very thin yarn unless you want to suffer. Anyway, comment what yarn you are using. Okay, comment what yarn you are using in the chat. Now, before we start, let's talk about tension. If your hands hurt, you are holding your yarn too tight. Relax your shoulders. Crochet shouldn't feel like, like you're in gym or something. So, so I want you to understand something. This is very important if you're doing a bucket hat. So a bucket hat has 3 parts. It has the flat top circle, and the part that goes down the head, and the part that flares out, that is the brim. So if you understand this, you will never be confused. Okay, so like I said, there are 3 parts of a bucket hat: the flat top circle, right? That is what you're going to be starting with, and the part that goes down the head, and the part that flares out, which is the brim. So always have that in mind. So okay, we are going to start. So as always, there are 2 ways to make a magic ring. You can do the magic ring like so, right? And then you put your hook under the first strand and over the second strand, and then you squeeze it like that, and then like so. Come on, zoom in. Like so, and then you can chain. Right? So that's one. So that's another method of doing uh, uh, a ring light. I mean, a magic ring. Okay, that's the first method. So the second method will be to make a slip knot. This is a very easy method and recommended for beginners because it's obviously easy. So we're going to make a slip knot, and then we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we are going to slip stitch on top of the first stitch we did, which is this one. We slip stitch like so, and then through the other one like so. What are you making? I am making a bucket hat. So I'm teaching beginners how to make bucket hats. That's what I'm making, guys. That's what I'm making, a bucket hat. So if you want to, it's going to be very, very easy. If you want to know how to do it, just grab your hook, your yarn, and let's get started. Okay, so I'm starting now. Hi, how are you doing, everybody? So I'm starting now. I just chained 4 slip stitch in the first chain I did to make a ring, and then we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 2, and 3. So we are not going to rush, guys. Don't rush. Do it on your own pace, and don't worry if you are left behind. I'm going to save this live for you, for you to go through it later and pause, rewind, on your own pace. Now the next step, so this is round 2. So this is round 2. This is round 1. So we are going to yarn over, and we're going to be doing 12 double crochets into this ring, including this. It's going to be 12 because this chain counts as our first double crochet. So inside the ring we're going to do 11 double crochets plus this chain. It's going to be 12 double crochets. Okay, because the chains represent our first double crochet. So let's do 11 double crochet into the ring. As you can see, there's a strand here and a strand here. We ignore that. We go in here, right in here, yarn over. Now we've got 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Again, that's a double crochet done. Another double crochet, yarn over, insert into the ring, yarn over. Now we pull through. Now I've got 3 loops, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2 again. So we're going to repeat that till we have 11 double crochets into that stitch, including this 3 chains who have 12 double crochets. So guys, if you're enjoying this tutorial, let me know in the comments where you're watching me from, and if you know anybody who is into crochet or would like to crochet, please share this live with them. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, and like this live, and let's chat. If you're a beginner, what do you struggle with? Stuff like that. And like I said, this tutorial is for absolute beginners. I'll be moving with you slowly. Okay, now I made a mistake. The mistake that I made is not marking my stitch here for beginners to know which stitch. Granny square. Granny squares. What about granny squares? These granny squares. Okay, so I forgot. So if you're a beginner, make sure when you do the first double crochet, make sure that you mark that, isn't it? These are our chains here. These are our first chains here. So this is the first. Come on, zoom in. This is our chains. These are our chains here, and the next one is our first double crochet. So we are going to go in there. So you are going to mark that stitch so that you will know and you will not lose your stitches. You will know that's where you started. Okay, it's when you're doing it in a circle, like we are working in a circle, it's a bit easy compared to when you're working like in rows, because when you're working rows, it's easy to lose your stitches at the beginning or at the end of the row. So it's better you use your stitch markers to avoid that. Like I always say, a stitch marker can be a paper clip, your hair clip, another yarn color, just to mark the first stitch. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I have 10 double crochets. So I need, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I need one more, 11, plus this chains here will have 12 double crochet. So we are counting these chains, guys. I keep on repeating because if you don't count these chains, it's not going to come out right. You're going to have less stitches. So count these chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. Okay, yeah, glue them like that, please. Thank you. And so now we have 12 double crochets, right? We are going to remove our stitch marker here, and we are going to slip stitch in the 3 chains here, right there, because we are counting these 3 chains as our first double crochet. So we're going to insert right there to close that round, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through again. Okay, now look at that. That's our first round done. Okay, now now you can Now we just made the top of our head, right? So hi, how are you? So round 2, now we are increasing. That is round 2. We are going to be increasing, and increase means 2 stitches in 1 stitch. That will be the next round. Okay, so as you can see, there's a bit of an opening here, right? So what you're going to do, you will turn and you will see there's a tail end here. We are just going to pull it. By doing so, we have closed the gap in there. Close the ring. So like I said, this row 2 we're going to be increasing, and increase means 2 stitches in 1 stitch, and that's it. Don't overthink it. It's simple as that. That's an increase, 2 stitches in 1 stitch. Okay. so if you don't increase, your head will become sort of like a cone, and you are not, and come on, we are not making ice cream here. We are. So count stitches out loud, and we are going to count them slowly. Okay, so at the end of row 1, we should have 12 stitches. Okay, because we did 11 double crochets plus 1 plus those chains. We counted as our first double crochet. Together it's 12 double crochets, so you should have 12 double crochets. So round 2, that's where you will count our stitches, because we don't make any mistake. So now we're going to start round 2, and we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3, and so you can see where our chains are starting from. That's the base there. So into the same stitch where our chains are coming from, we are going to do another double crochet into there. So we're going to yarn over, and we're going to insert right there, yarn over, and pull 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Now, I don't know if you can see that there is a strand there indicating that's where the 3 chains are actually coming from. That's where also I put the first double crochet. Again, mark that stitch, because that's where we are going to slip stitch into when we close the round. Okay, now I'm running out of my yarn, so I'm going to, like I said, I'm using my leftover yarn. As you can see, this is what I'm using, and it's going to be a very colorful hat. It's going to be a very colorful hat. So if you have something like this at home and you don't know what to do with it, follow this video. If you have just joined me and you would like to follow along, or maybe you're left behind, don't worry, because I'm going to be saving this live later, so you can go and pause, rewind, and crochet on your own pace. Okay, so I'm going to be using this. So I'm going to join. So this is how you join. I'm not just going to make a loop like that, and that obviously with time it will unravel. So I'm not going to do that. I am going to take my strand like so, right, and take the other strand and put it like so on top of the pink one, right. Now I'm going to take my pink yarn and cross it over to the blue yarn like so, and I'm going to tie my pink onto the blue yarn. What are you crocheting? I'm crocheting a bucket hat, but right now I'm trying to join my yarn because I'm using leftover yarn that I have. Okay, so now I'm going to tie my pink to my blue yarn like so, right, tie it, make a knot here. I'm doing very slowly so that my beginners can see what I'm doing. So now I've made a knot right there, right? I've made a knot right there. Can you see that? Now I will take my blue one and tie it to the pink one. Like so. Like so. So that's how it's going to look. And then holding the blue one, on the other hand, I'm holding the pink one. I will just pull, and then those loops will just come together like so. And what I'm going to do, grab my scissors and cut it. And then cut to the other side. And then that's it. It's not going anywhere. Oops. Okay, let's just do it again. Okay. Let's just do it again quickly. Tie like that and like that. Push it together. Okay. And we do the same. After I've just said it's not going anywhere. And then it happened. Oh well, it happens. Right? Now we are going to carry on. Now we are going to carry on into the next stitch, which is this one. I see you're laughing at me. I see. So now into the next stitch there, we're going to yarn over and insert our hook into that next stitch and do 2 double crochets. So this is 1 and that is 2. Okay, now to do now, that bump there is on the wrong side. So I'm going to hold it back a little bit. So it's on the wrong side and do a double crochet. Okay, now it's on the wrong side, not on the right side. Okay, now into the next stitch, we're going to do again 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Again, 1 and 2. So we are placing 2 double crochets into each stitch. So this is going to be an increased row. 2 double crochets into each stitch, and when you are done, we are going to count I know counting can be really, really boring, but when it comes to crochet, it's better you count because we would want to make a mistake and have uneven, wrong stuff at the end. We want to have a nice end product, right? So it's better to count and have something that you're proud of at the end of the day. Okay. So again, placing 2 double crochets into each stitch all the way to the end, and make sure you're not missing any stitch. If you want, go slowly, don't mind me. Like I said, I'm going to save this live for you later so that you can pause it, rewind, and crochet on your own pace. So guys, if you don't know how to do double crochets, if you don't know how to do a slip stitch, I've got videos on my channel where you can go and look on how to do the stitches, because those are the main stitches that we'll be doing, focusing on slip stitch and double crochet. So I'm almost done. Now into the last stitch with 2 double crochets. Okay, so now so if it becomes, so this is going to be the end of the second row. So if it becomes like wavy, that means you added too many stitches. And if it cups, like it curls in like that, like a ball, that means too many few stitches. That means you did not add stitches somewhere. So type flat if your circle is flat, and yeah, and let's go. So as you can see, this is flat, and yeah, it's not curling in. No, it's not like wavy. Okay, so don't panic if your work so far does not looks messy, even when I'm changing colors. That is why I just said let's just do the tag method. But if you want, I'm going to show you another method you can do to use all your leftover yarn. Okay, I'll show you another method of using all your leftovers yarn if you want. And so now we're going to do round 3, and we are going to take the stitch marker, and then we're going to slip stitch on top of that first double crochet, or on top of these chains here, because they count as our first double crochet. So but before we do that, we're going to count our stitches. Okay, so we have 1, right? We have 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. No, there's something wrong, because remember we started so it should, remember I started with 12 double crochets, so times 2, that would be 24. So we should have 24 double crochets in this row, so which means we are not supposed to add this color, this round here, this double crochet here. We can just undo that, and we can just slip stitch on top of this stitch. Okay, like so. So the reason why I'm counting these 3 chains is because we don't want any gaps in between the chain and the last double crochet. Okay, now we are going to do round 3. So for round 3, again we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and I think we must not count these 3 chains this time, because it's another method. If you don't want to count these chains, you can go ahead and do another double crochet, right? Oops, let's do another double crochet in there. 1, 2. Now, because we did not, let me see, we did not count as, we're not going to count these chains as a double crochet. That's another method. Okay, whether you count the stitch, make sure that you have stitched enough stitches. If you don't count the stitch, make sure you replace that stitch, and at the end of the day we have the same number of stitches. Okay, so into the first stitch we did a double crochet. Remember, this row we are not counting this 3 chains. So into the next row we are going to do 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Into the next row, into the next stitch, we're going to do 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch we do 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Again, into the next stitch we do 1 double crochet. So that will be the pattern: 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet into the next, 1 double crochet into the next, 2 double crochets into the next, all the way to the end. Again, I've got this. I'm just going to cut it, because like I said, I'm using my leftover yarn that I've been, keeping for a long time now. So that's what I'm going to be using. And again, I'm always forgetting because I've been crocheting for a long time now, so I know where I should slip stitch. But if you're a beginner, just make sure you slip stitch on top of the first double crochet we did, and mark it. Make sure you mark it before you continue with the other stitch, so that you don't forget. Now, so the pattern is 1 double crochet into 1 stitch, 2 double crochets into the next, and we repeat: 1 double crochet into 1 stitch, 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So here I'm going to do 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets into the next, 1 double crochet into the next, 2 double crochets into the next. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 into the next. So that will be the pattern. So guys, if you're enjoying this live, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and if you know somebody who is into crochet, please share this live with them. I would truly appreciate that. And if you're a beginner, just let me know what are your struggles, and let's chat in the chat. Feel free to ask any questions and I'll answer them. I don't know if you've noticed, if you're not careful, you do like me, just keep the stitch there. So don't be like me, okay? Always crochet into all your stitches. Okay? So don't forget the pattern. Double crochet into the next stitch and 2 double crochet into the next stitch after that, all the way to the end. Oops, now I want another different color. This is going to be a very colorful hat. A very colorful hat. So I'm just playing with my colors here. That's the nice thing about crocheting. You can do whatever you want, experiment, see if you like it or not, you know. What are you making? What are you making? What are you making? I'm making a bucket hat. I'm making a bucket hat. So continue guys, placing 1 double crochet. Okay, supposed to make two double crochets in here. 1 double crochet into the next, 2 double crochet into the next after that. 1 and 2. 1 double crochet into 1 stitch, 2 double crochets into the next. 1 and 2. 1 double crochet. Now let's calculate how many stitches we are supposed to have at the end of round 3. So round 1, round 2, round 3. So let me just grab something. Okay, and a pen. Okay, so we started our row with 16 double crochet, right? We started with 12 double crochet. That was row 1. Row 2 we'll have because we did 2 double crochets into each stitch, we are going to be having 24 stitches. We ended up with 24 stitches. And then row 3, and we did 1 double crochet and 2 double crochets into the next stitch, so which means we increased half of the 24 stitches of the previous row. So if we divide 24 divided by 2, that's what? That's 12, right? Now we are going to add, because we increased in the second stitch of each of the 2 stitches, that if that makes sense. Yeah. So basically we increased in round 3, we increased half of the into half of the stitches, so half of the stitches is 12, so we are going to add 12 plus 24 to get the number of stitches we should have in round 3. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we have 12 plus 24, 4 plus 2, that's 6, that's 3, so we should have 36 stitches. We should have 36 stitches. Okay, so if you don't have 36 stitches, something went wrong. So let's count together. I know counting is boring, but we have to count. Okay. We have to count. So this one is the first one, the one with the marker, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and 37. Okay, we should look for where our mistake is, right? We added a stitch where there's not supposed to be a stitch. Okay, so let's start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 35, and then we add another one into that stitch, and that will be 36, right? And then we are going to slip stitch on top of the first stitch. Is that it? I need to see where the mistake is here, guys. I'm making a bucket hat. So okay, now I don't know where I made a mistake. I've counted so many times, but I don't know where I made a mistake. Okay, so if you end up with a situation like this, let me show you a trick. Okay, so the trick is you can just undo the last one, right? And we can get into the next one here, right? Get into the next one. So because you're going to end up, because if you're doing the pattern we're doing, like 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet into the first, 2 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, no, 1 double crochet into the first stitch, 2 double crochets into the next 2 double crochet into the next stitch. So the pattern was like 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. So you will end up with 2 double crochets into the last stitch. So because we don't know where the mistake is and we don't want to waste our time, I'm going to quickly solve it, show you a trick on how you can solve that. So we are going to undo this, and we are going to do like a decrease. So in double crochet decrease, so we are going to come on. So we are left with 2 stitches there, yarn over, we insert, yarn over, now we put through, yarn over, put through 2, yarn over and put through 2. Again we do another one here, yarn over, insert, yarn over, put through 2, yarn over and put through 2. Now we will close the round on the first double crochet we did, like so. Okay, so we did 3 double crochets into each stitch in the last 3 stitches. If not because of time, I would have showed you exactly what you should do, but because of not wanting to waste your time, guys, I will, what can we do here? Because now it's a bit confusing, right? It's a bit confusing now. Should we start it again? Start it again and see where we made a mistake. I think that would be best. To start again and see where we made a mistake. Because I'm sure by now, beginners are now confused, like what's happening, you know? So, yep, let's put it aside and do another one quickly. And do another one, starting with I'm going to do it a bit fast. Starting with 4 chains, make a slip stitch, like so. Mistakes are common, guys. You also find that even if you crochet for decades, you always make a mistake and you always struggle to find where you made a mistake. Okay, so let's start again. Chain 3 and 11 double crochets into the ring. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18, no, 12, should be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now we close the round and we slip stitch on top of our first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, let's not count the 2 chain space, the 2 chains we did at the beginning of the round. Let's not count it. In this pattern, we are not going to count it, okay? Because that's where the confusion, I think, came from, and that's where I confused myself. So let's not count the three chains that we did at the beginning. Let's not count them, and let's just do 12 double crochets without counting the two chain space, the three chains, sorry, the three chains. Okay, so because I'm not counting the chains that we did at the beginning, let's just do another double crochet. And then make it tight, so to close the round, and then we slip stitch on top of the first double crochet. So that's round 1 done. Round 2, we can chain 3, and we don't count these 3 chains as a stitch. We are going to do 2 double crochets into that same stitch, same stitch, and another 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So we'll be doing exactly like we were doing in the other. Hi, how are you? In the other this, before we made a mistake. So we're just going to repeat it and see if we have the same mistake. So 2, 4, 6. So what you're doing here is adding this is an increased row. This is round 2, and we are making increases into each stitch. And if you're a beginner and your arms hurt, I suggest you take a pillow and place your arms on the pillow, relax your arms, and crochet. So like I said, I'm placing 2 double crochets into each stitch because this is a increased row. When I say increase, I mean 2 double crochets into each stitch. Two double crochets into each stitch all the way to the end. Okay, so we should have 24 stitches. So let's count. Without counting the 3 chains we did at the beginning, try to make a count of a, okay, 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 and 24. So we are okay. So we are going to slip stitch on top of the first double crochet like so. So that will be the end of round 2. Now I'm going to change my color into this color here. Should I do this color or should I do this color? Okay, let me do this color. So I'm going to change my color to this color here. So before we slip stitch, let's remove that slip stitch, and then we insert back our hook into that last double crochet we did, and then we join the new color. Okay, and then we're going to chain 3, 1 2 3, and okay, yes, I'm crocheting now. We are not going to count these chains as our first double crochet, and we are going to do 1 double crochet into that stitch, very first stitch, and another double crochet into the next stitch, right, and another 2 double crochets into the next stitch, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1. Hi, how are you? And so we are doing 1 double crochet into each stitch, 1 double crochet in one stitch, and 2 double crochet into the next stitch. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. That's the pattern all the way to the end. One double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochets, 1 double crochet into the one stitch, 2 double crochets into the next. So guys, if you're enjoying this tutorial, give this tutorial a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you know somebody who's into crochet, please just share this live with them. I would truly appreciate that. And here I keep on tying my drawing my yarn, because I'm using my leftover yarn. Okay, that's why you see me keep on tying, because I've been having this yarn for a very long time and I didn't know what to do with it. Obviously can't get rid of it. I can't just throw it away. I have to like use it. Okay, so I'm doing, for those who are just joining, I'm doing a bucket hat. I'm crocheting a bucket hat. And if you were left behind, or if you want to follow along, don't worry, I'm going to save this live so that you can go back to it later and rewind it and pause it whenever you want, and crochet on your own pace. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets into the next, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets into the next. Okay, that's where the mistake. You have to be careful in this when doing this round and talking at the same time. Yeah, it's not easy to be crocheting and trying to make sure that you're doing the right thing and talking at the same time. So guys, let me know where you're watching me from. Oh, I have to keep on doing this. Let me know where you're watching me from, guys. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I go live every week, sometimes 2 weeks a day. I mean, 2 times a week. and I do crochet tutorials mostly for beginners. So if you're a beginner, if you want to learn, and also I have a crochet course on my channel. I have a playlist from day 1. Today we are on day 12. So it starts from how to hold your yarn, how to hold your hook. So check on my channel, you will see it, and it will to help if you're a beginner. So again, the pattern is 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets into the next stitch, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets into the next stitch, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets into the next stitch, all the way to the end. Now I ended on let's hope I did not make another mistake, because guys, it's not easy to be trying to keep you here, keep you so that I don't sound I mean, if I just keep quiet, then it's boring, right? So I'm trying to talk as I crochet, and at the same time trying to make sure that I get my stitches right. So it's not easy. It's not. So let's see. So from what we calculated earlier, we should have 36 stitches. So let's see. Let's find out. So we are not going to include this 3 chains. Oh, that would be so nice. Latoya. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. From South Africa, I want to buy the Crochet set so that I'll practice with you. Yeah, go ahead and buy. You don't need to buy anything fancy. Just buy, something simple, something very cheap so that you practice with. And when you master all the stitches, and you can buy yourself something fancy, yeah, that's my suggestion. So anyway, let's carry on. So like I said, what you calculated earlier, we should have 36 stitches. So is it 36? Yeah, we should have 36, because we increased in every second stitch. We increased in every second stitch, so we should have 30 stitches. You are welcome. You're much welcome. Okay, I think I did okay. So let's see. So not counting this 3 chains, we're going to start here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I see where the mistake is. I see where the mistake is. So, guys, pay close attention. I've been crocheting for so many years now. Still, I make a mistake. So, as a beginner, I understand how frustrating it will be to keep on making mistakes. But the important is find the mistake and learn from it. So, like right now here, if you look at this, remember we said this is not going to be our, we're not going to count this chains here. So in other words, we only did 2 double crochets. in each stitch here. Instead of following the pattern says 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets into the next. So if you did not count this chains here, in other words, we did 2 double crochets in each stitch. You get me? That's where the mistake has been all along. Let me see on this one. This one we did, let's see. Exactly. There, right there. That's oh my word. Yeah, but right there, that's where the mistake was. I should have just, anyway, we learn every day, right? So, make sure you check what you're doing, pay close attention, and yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I am just going to count this as our first stitch. Okay, so we are going to slip stitch on top of those. Because we're counting this, we are going to slip stitch on top here. And then that's it. Now, if we count, so now that method of slip stitching does not look well with me. So does not look well because it leaves a gap in there. So let me go in between the two strands. It's a bit difficult here, like so, and then slip stitch. That's better. Now, if we count, now we have 36 stitches, right? So counting from here, just going to hold it like that and count 1, the one we're holding, 2, 3, 1, the one we're holding right now. Well, let's just put a mark on it so that we know that we counted that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. Yay! We did it! Okay. So next I am going to change my yarn here into another color. Okay, like so. But I really don't like this. If you're like me and you don't like that, you see that blue coming into the pink there. So if you don't like that, let's just undo here and then slip stitch with the same same color, and then you chain 1 and then you cut your yarn, right? And then grab your yarn and insert your yarn into any of the stitches. So this one here, and now we will not have the white one showing into the blue one. Now this is going to be round 1, 2, 3, 4, round 4. So we're going to chain 3, and those 3 chains does not count as our stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 double crochets into the next 2 stitches, and into the third stitch we make an increase, which means we do 2 double crochets into the third stitch. So we yarn over. Where is Daddy? So hurry up. Hurry up to where? Where are we hurrying to? Anyway, we are going to yarn over, right? And we insert our hook into that same stitch. 1, 2, and into the next, right? And we are going to do 2 double crochets into the next stitch. 1 and 2. Okay, now into the next stitch we do 1 double crochet, and 1 double crochet into the next after that, and we do 2 double crochets into the next, 1 and 2. So that will be the pattern: 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and 2 double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, so we're going to repeat the pattern: 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and 2 double crochet into the third stitch. So 1 double crochet into the next, 1, and another double crochet into the next, and into the next after that we do 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, 1, so we're going to carry on all the way to the end. We just cut this off. Okay, so guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, comment, let's chat in the chat where you're watching me from, and if you're a beginner, what do you struggle with? Okay, stuff like that. So let's chat. Feel free, ask me any question. Okay, yeah. And I'm not in a hurry, guys. I'm taking my time because, like I said at the beginning of this live, this is for absolute beginners. So I'm not in a hurry whatsoever. Okay. So next we're going to Carry on with the pattern. 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches and 2 double crochets into the next. 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, 2 double crochets into the next, all the way to the end. 1, 2. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Give this live a thumbs up. Okay, so we're just carrying on with the pattern. 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, 2 double crochets into the next after that. So we are increasing into the into every third stitch. Okay, we are almost there now, and we should end on an increase. That is good. The other thing you notice is that so the other thing you notice that if you get your stitches right, you always end on an increase stitch. Okay, so that's it. So that's the end of round 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the end of round 4. Now I'm going to calculate and see how many stitches we should have at the end of this round. Okay, so let's see. So let me see. So we increased in is this supposed to be 42? Let's see if it's 42 stitches or 46 between the two. I'm not so sure. My mind is blocked right now because I've been here for like 1 hour, almost 1.5 hours. I've been here for almost 1.5 hours, so my mind is not focused right now. So let me just count, but I think it should be 42 or 48. Should it be 48? Yeah, no, it's 48. Because if you times this plus this 24 plus 24 stitches, 12 stitches we started with, 24, that was for the second round, and we had let me see, 2, 6, 12. So 4 carry 1. Let me see. And then 5. It can be. Anyway, so let's count our stitches here and see how many stitches we'll have. So not including the chain space here, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 26, 27, 28. 6, 47, 48. Yay! 48. We did it again. And then we're going to slip stitch on top of the first double crochet we did to join that round. Okay, this is still small for an adult, so we are going to carry on with the same yarn. So next we are going to chain 3, and does not count as a stitch. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is round 5. So for round 5 is great. The pattern is going to be 3 double crochets into the next 3 stitches and 2 double crochets into the next. Okay, so we're going to start with the very first here with a double crochet into the same stitch where our chains are coming from, and we're not going to count that. The chains we do here does not count as a stitch. Now, so 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, 3. Now into the next stitch we do 2 double crochets. So the pattern is going to be 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches, right? 1, 2, that is 3, and 2 double crochets into the stitch that follows after that. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches and 2 double crochets into the next. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2. Is that it? I made a mistake right there. There is a mistake right there. That's it. So let's fix that mistake.
Oh.
So it's good that we count our stitches, guys, so that we don't make a mistake. Okay, so 3 double crochets into the next 3 stitches, and 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches and 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So 1 double crochet, another double crochet into the next stitch, and another double crochet into the next stitch, and 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So that's the pattern. So guys, let me know where you're watching me from. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and give this live a thumbs up. And if you're following along with me, please say follow. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's really hard, guys, to try and count how many stitches I'm doing and at the same time talking to you. So I have to pay so much. I have to pay close attention to what I'm saying and what I'm doing here. One, 2, and 3. And now we're left with one stitch, and we're going to do double an increase stitch in there. So that's it. That's how your work should look like. You are very fast. Please slow down. Okay, I'll slow down. But guys, was I too slowing down at the beginning? Because I was moving fast now because I kept on repeating the same thing. That is why I was going so fast. So don't worry, traders. I am going to save this live so that you can go back to it and rewind, pause and crochet on your own pace. Okay, but the part I was being slow, especially at the beginning of each round. I'm making sure I'm doing it slow, and then I increase my speed because basically I'll be like repeating the same thing. That is why. But don't worry, like I said, I'm going to save this live so that you go back to it, and then yeah. So this is how your work should be looking like. Look at that. We just made the top of a hat. So this is the top. You're welcome, NJ. So guys, tip for you: if you don't increase, right, if you make a mistake, if you, let's say you don't increase, your hat will become like a cone, right? And come on, we're not making ice creams here. Okay. So always make sure you count your stitches. I know counting stitches is boring, but trust me guys, if you count your stitches, you always get your your work nice, and you'll be proud of your work. So if you're so you can count them out loud if you want. Do always use a stitch marker if you're a beginner, so that you know where you're supposed to slip stitch in when you're joining the round. And if your work is sort of like a cup, then it's sort of like wavy, that means you added too many stitches. So it should be exactly like this. It should be flat like that. Okay, so this is the right side and that's the wrong side, and it should be very, very flat. So is your circle flat? Is it curling? Tell me. Or if you're going to do this later on, just tell me in the comment section whether it's curling or whether it's flat. Tell me. I would like to know. Okay. So now the next thing now is we're going to measure. So like I said, I'm doing a hat. Come on. So I am making a hat. So if you're making a hat, just measure the circumference, the height circumference, just above the ear, and then you will know what to be the measurement. So for this top of our hat, it's 15 centimeter, right? It's 15 centimeter, which is about 5.9 inches. Okay, so we need to increase it a little bit. Okay, so we need to increase it a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to be telling you now about the circumference, right? So for an adult, if you are a size small, so which means it's supposed to be like 20 to 22 inches if you're a size small. If you are so which means 22. Okay, let me start again. If you're a size small adult, this should be your your it should be 20. It should be the flat on top of the head. This is the top of the head you are doing. If you are a medium size, which means it should be 21 to 22 inches, supposed to be somewhere there. Okay, 20 to 21, and then which is about 56 to 53 to 56 inches. I mean centimeters. Oh my goodness, what am I saying? I'm saying if you're a small size adult, the head circumference should be 21 to 22 inches, which is 53 to 56 centimeters. Okay, that's good. That came out right. Now, if you're a medium size, most common is like 22 to 23 inches, which is 56 to 58 centimeters. If you're a large adult, which is 23 to 24 inches, which is 58 to 61 centimeters. The most common size you should aim for is 23 to 22 to 23 inches. That is 56 to 58 centimeters. Okay, so what that means for height when you are crocheting like top down, you don't so this is going to be the crown, right? The crown diameter. So for so for so for a 22 to 23 inch head, right? The crown circle, which is this one, the crown circle diameter should be about 6 to 5 6.5 to 7 inches. That is about 16.5 to 17.5 centimeters. So we are somewhere here. Let's see where we are now. So this crown circle diameter should be you're supposed to be somewhere here, right? Yeah, so let's just do one more round and then we will continue the side of the hat and the brim. Okay, so let's just do to here, because like I said, the for a 22 to 23 inch head, the crown circle diameter should be above 6.5 to 7 inches, which is 16.5 to 17.5 centimeters. Then we are going to stop increasing. Okay, and then we're going to be crocheting the sides of the hat. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing. Hi Holly, how are you doing? So let's go ahead and do that. Do another row. Okay, another round, not row. We are doing it in rounds, right? So now we are going to slip stitch to join this round on top of the first double crochet we did. Okay, like so. And then we cut our yarn. Like so. Okay, now I don't know which color I should put. Maybe a light color. Maybe this one. Yep, let's use that one. Or maybe a little bit of green. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Do you think I should put green? Or do you think I should do next is orange? Help me think, guys. What must I put? What color should I use next? The green or the orange? Come on, guys. I'm waiting. Come on, come on. I'm waiting. Should I use the green? Should I use the orange? Which one? Anybody? Anyone? Anyone? No one. Okay. Anyone? Going once, going twice? Gone. It's gone. I'm going to be using I'm going to use the orange. I don't know. Maybe the green. The green. Let's use the green. The green. We'll use the orange later on. Let's use the green. Okay, so we're going to attach our yarn into any of these stitches. Doesn't matter where exactly. Just attach it, like so, and then we chain again 3 as always, and we don't count this chains as our first as a stitch, so we are going to do a double crochet. So for this next pattern, we are going to do 4 double crochets into the next 4 stitches, and into the 5th stitch we increase. Okay, did I count this next row?
Wait for mommy, 7.
So now we are going to be, okay, I was saying, did we count this last row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did not count this last row, so let's see how many stitches we should have, because that is very important if you don't want to make a mistake. And so we're going to count and make sure. So we mark that first. We're not going to count the stitch because this does not count as a stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Tiring, is it? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. What did I say now? Oh my goodness. Let's start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. So in the row, so I counted 60, guys. I don't know what was happening with my Wi-Fi, but we are back now. I am back now. So we counted 60 in the next for this row we counted 60. So for the first row we had 12. First round we had 12. Second round we had 24. Third round we had 36. Fourth round we had 48. And fifth round we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are having 60. So I want to see the difference between 36. So that's 2 and that's 1. That's 12. The difference is 12 here, and the difference is 12 here, and 60 minus 48 is it not 12 as well? 2 and 1, it's 12. So if you look at it, so guys, if you look at it, if you want to know that your stitches are okay, if you have been, putting stitches in the right places, you should notice that every round we are increasing 12 stitches more. Okay, so we started with 12 double crochets, we went on to 24 double crochets, we went on to 48 double crochets, and no, 36 double crochets, 48 and 60, and the gap in between those numbers is 12. So in other words, we have been adding 12 more double crochets every round. Okay, so which means in the next round we are going to be adding more 12. So that being said, so if we add 60 to round 5, if we add 60 to round 5, then we should have 72 stitches at the end of this round. So this round we're about to do. So let's do it and count and see if we are right. So this 3 chains does not count as a stitch, so we are going to yarn over and we are going to do another double crochet into the very same stitch. So what do I want to say? So the pattern is going to be, let's see the previous pattern. Let's remove this. The previous pattern was 1 2 3. This one will be 4 double crochets into, 1 single crochet into the next 4 double crochets, and into the 5th double crochet we do 2 double crochets. So 1 and 2 into the next 1. So 1 double crochet. Remember, we're not counting this chains here, so we have 1 again into the following stitch, and we do 1 again into the next, and into the next we are going to do another one, into the next we are going to do another one, so that's 1 2 3 4 double crochets in the neck in the 4 stitches. Now into the 5th stitch, which is here, we're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Again, 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches, so we have 1 2 3 4. Now into the next 5th stitch we are going to make an increase, which is 2 double crochet into that stitch. Okay, so that's going to be the pattern. Now I have to put it on fast forward, if you know what I mean. Now I'm going to crochet very fast, so that, because this is just going to be a repeat, 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches, and into the 5th stitch we make an increase. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and increase. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and increase. Okay, it's better to even say it out loud like that. People will be like, what's happening there? But you know what you're doing, and you'll not make a mistake. So 3. Excellent. Teachers, thank you. So 1 2 3, and into the next stitch we do 4, and into the 5th stitch we increase. So when I say increase, I mean you do 2 double crochet into that stitch. So 1, into the next 2, into the next stitch 3, into the next stitch 4, into the 5th stitch, and increase 2 double crochet into that stitch. Okay, 1 2 3 and 4. Now in increase. 1 2 3 4. Now in increase. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now an increase into the 5th stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that bump came here, came in the front, so I'm going to try and push it to the back. You see the bump I'm telling you about, I'm talking about right there where I joined my yarn. So I'm going to make sure that it goes at the wrong side, on the wrong side, which will be the inside of our hat. So 1, 2, 3, okay, let's try and push it like that. Okay, that's not helping. Let's try. So 1, 2. Now it's at the back. See that? Now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We do an increase into that 5th row, 5th stitch. We start again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now an increase. So if I did not make a mistake here, I should end on a increase stitch. So let's see, I'm going to do it slowly now. So into the next stitch here, 1, into the next we do 2, into the next we do 3, into the next we do 4. Now I'm left with 1 stitch, which is the 5th stitch, where I'm going to make an increase. So that's the other thing that shows that we did right. Even though we end up on a increase row, increase stitch, make sure to count your stitches, okay, to be very sure. So always your crown should be flat. If it curves like a ball, like so, like a ball, like so, which means you're tight, your stitches are too tight, or you're skipping stitches, or I mean you're not increasing. So if it is like wavy, then which means you're increasing too many stitches. So guys, if you're enjoying this tutorial, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Let's chat in the chat. And if you're a beginner and you've never crocheted before, I have a playlist where of the beginner crochet course, where I started from the basic, how you should hold your hook, how you should hold your yarn, and all the basic stitches. So in the crochet course, I'll be explaining everything, the basic, what you need, tools you need, tools you don't. And so if you're a beginner, stay on my playlist, you'll find it. Now we are on day 12, so each day is a continuation of another. So I recommend you start from 1 up to day 12 where we are. It will help you a lot if you're a beginner. Okay, which time you're live? I'm always live on around 4 p.m. for 2 hours. Okay, from 4 p.m. to 2 hours. Tomorrow, yes, I'll be online because I'm going to be continuing this because I cannot fit it in this live because I've been here for 2 hours now and I'm tired, guys. It's been like 2 hours 1 minute now. I'm exhausted, so I'm going to be ending this live here. We are done with the crown of our head, of our hat. Tomorrow we are going to be doing the side of a head, and if time allows, we'll do the brim, and then we'll finish our hat. And that would be lovely. You see one thing that I love about crochet, you can make it anyhow you want it or design you want. If you want, you can make it plain and then you add beautiful flowers. Crochet is flexible. You do whatever. Which city? I'm in South Africa. Where are you? I'm in South Africa. But if you hit the notification bell, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell whenever I'm on live. Cape Town. So right now the time is 19:01. That's the time, Pakistan. Okay, the time here is 19:01, and yeah. So, but as I was saying, if you hit my notification bell, if you hit the notification bell, NJ, you will not miss any of my live. YouTube will notify you when I'm live. Okay, so subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you won't miss it. Okay. Good afternoon. How are you doing? It's actually evening here. Anyway, so this will be the end of our hat, right? For today. This is just only, it's not the hat, guys. This is just only the crown. Okay, so we are going to slip stitch and then we are going to count our stitches. It's very important that we count our stitches so that we make sure that we have the right number of stitches. Okay, so chain one and then cut our yarn. Okay, like so. Okay, there we go. And so let's count, and then I'm going to mark the stitch that we are not counting, which is this one, the chain we did. We're not going to count it, so let's just mark it and then count from here. How is it not showing the bell icon? Let me see. It should be there. It should be there. Let me check. How is it not showing the bell icon? How is it not showing the bell icon? No, the bell icon should be there. If you hit subscribe, then you should see it. If you hit subscribe, then you should see it. It shows sort of like a bell symbol, sort of like a bell image symbol, something like that. It's right next to my name. You see, when you go to my name, right, click on my are you on mobile, check on my name where you can see the number of subscribers I have. Right next to it there should be a bell, right? And then click on that bell, and then you click on all, and then that's it. Did you get it, NJ? Did you get the bell? Okay, let me know if you got the bell, NJ. So while we wait for NJ to tell me if he or she can see the bell, I just want us to count the stitches. So according to the calculations we did earlier, we realized that at the end of this row, which is row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, row 6, we should be having 72 stitches. So let's count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. Yay! We are right. We have 72 stitches. NJ says, but not Sean. Okay. Okay, I've seen it. Say it hi. Oh, yeah. And hi, Fatima. How are you doing? So guys, this is the end of today's live. Okay, so this is the end of today's live, guys, and we just finished the crown of our head, of our hat. The crown of our head, really, the crown of our head. So tomorrow we will be focusing on the side and the brim, if time allows. And this is the wrong side, and this is the right side. Okay, guys. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for being here with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, comment, like, and share. Hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos or lives or shorts. And if you're a beginner, if you don't know anything about crochet, I have a big absolute beginner crochet course on my channel, and it starts from day 1 and we're on day 12. And on day 1 we're talking about basics tools you need, what crochet is, what crochet is not, and what tools you need as a beginner. In class 2 we spoke about the tools you need, how you should hold your hook, what hooks are good, what material hooks are not good for beginners, what are slippery, what are easy to hold, what yarn you should need, what yarn is better when you're just starting. So stuff like that, we were discussing them on the beginner crochet course. So if you want to know more about it, on my channel, I have a playlist starting from day 1 to day 12, and we'll be continuing to day 13 very soon. Thank you so much for being with me, and see you next time. Bye.